Let me apologize to you if I hurt you.
A lot of times, we'll give up on a woman that has 80, 85%, 90% of what we want, only to be with somebody that has 10 to 20% of what we want.
Boy, I felt that, boy. You don't see me tearing up? But that ain't funny, man.
In 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets.
What's up, y'all? This is Jason Nelson, stand-up comedian, author, writer, producer, live shows, events, and more. Focus on the Funny, LLC. Also, a little very tired. I'm recommitting to counting my calories daily and increasing my fruit and vegetable intake as well as my lean proteins. I'm going to make an extra effort because I did it before. I just got a little off track for a couple weeks, but I'm gonna make an extra effort to avoid the red meat and pork and cheese. Well, I'm not gonna throw cheese out. Well, can I throw cheese? I'm gonna throw cheese in there. Because the only time I will eat cheese if I'm eating pizza or a cheeseburger, or sometimes salads do be having cheese in it. You know, I'm gonna work on that. Today is my first performance on St. Louis. It's not anything massive or major. This booking actually came after someone in my church walked up to me and asked me how was my comedy career going. And I know I said this in the videos before, but like I kind of got away from doing it because I felt guilty doing things that made me happy, you know, especially associated with divorce and my relationship with my children. Because at the height of my comedy, even though I've been doing comedy since 2008, but when I had my most momentum, I was married with children. Then I was going through a divorce, and then, you know, all the shit that kind of, you know, shot the burning bridges and unresolved childhood traumas and mental breakdowns and death and, you know, all that shit start happening. So I'm making more of an effort to fight against my anxiety that I developed through some, well, I probably already had it, obviously, most of my life being an overthinker. But I had some particular situations and experiences that happened that I'll probably touch on later. But I'm coming forth in this way as a single man who has been divorced, currently not having access to my children from my marriage, from the marriage I had. I have relationships with two of my other children, but not the ones that I had during the marriage. So, you know, this is fairly new for me to put myself out here like this. And guess you see what happens.
Focus on the Funny, I'm looking to see if it's here in St. Louis so that I can come and be a part of the audience and maybe a part of the actual show, depending on what you're doing. But it's a great time all the time, from laughter in the living room, laughter at people's houses because they will come to your house and set up a whole comedy scene in your living room, to actual venues. It's always a good time. They always make you feel like family. They always make sure you got food, you got drinks. It's always a good time. If you haven't seen the show by Focus on the Funny, make sure you do so.
Of course, Focus on the Funny is always what it is, which is to focus on the funny. I appreciate everything that Jason does to definitely open up the avenue for a lot of St. Louis comedians as well as East St. Louis comedians. So I pray that he can continue on doing that for our culture, for our people, and just, like I said, it's called Focus on the Funny. bring it back. Keep bringing it every year like he does, okay?
Focus on the funny. I love Focus on the Funny. It's hilarious. They really, literally focus on the funny. Everything is funny. I love the jokes. All the comedians he handpicks and chooses. Like, it's awesome. You really feel like family. It's like, it's love, you know? I love it. Focus on the Funny.
Well, Focus on the Funny to me is comfort, honestly. You know, it's different than the rest. It's always, and I never lie when I say this. I say it all the time when I might comment about it. It's always a night to remember. You know, it's real entertainment for me. So yeah, if you have not been to anything that's focused on the funny, get to it. That's what I will tell you.